What's up, you punks?
Just kidding. What's up, everybody? Mark with Cardivox Academy here. Thank you for joining me on this fine day to check out this new tune by band Unleash the Archers. They are from Vancouver, I believe, and their singer is Brittney Slayes. She is super good. Now, I will be honest, I've not listened to a lot of Unleash the Archers in my time. I've heard maybe a song or two, and it's been a minute. But I'm excited to check this one out. A lot of people have been saying it's very, very good. Brittney is a very powerful singer. She's got a lot of talent, and so we're going to break it down. If you're new to the channel, what we do here is I am a vocal coach, and I am the singer of three bands, Kardashev, Never Breath, and Vibramia. And we take songs like this, and we break them down. We take the reaction format, and we try to make it a little bit more educational, a little bit more valuable, so think of this as edutainment. And if after or during the video you're interested in my lessons or getting my feedback on your vocals, check the description below and you can learn how we can help you out.
But enough of that tomfoolery, let's get started then.
Smoky. All right, so just real quick, that note she sang, that was crazy high. That was B6? Yeah, holy crap. Be interested if she could do that live. I think she probably can. I'd love to see a live video. Anyways, let's keep going.
We race around the melted jar of what was once a neutron star and use a gravity to whip us into dark galactic rifts. Yet still somehow we can't escape. They have no flaw, they feel no pain. These twisted shadows of the night I once condemned. Why do you seek us? You won't defeat us. Die you can.
Awesome.
Try to remember why you defend her. Shadow master plan.
All right, it seems like we're getting to the chorus, so I want to stop. Damn. So, first of all, her range is pretty damn good. So that note that she had, that B6, that's definitely soprano range. And she was getting down. She was getting down. I don't remember the melody off the top of my head here, but she was getting down to maybe the lower end of mezzo-soprano range. I'd need to listen to the song again to be sure, but pretty solid range here. Let's listen a little bit more, and then we can talk about her technique, how she's doing what she's doing. I don't know why YouTube's making everything highlighted here. All right, let's keep going, but keep that in mind. Listen to the contrast between her lower notes and her higher notes, and then we can talk a little bit briefly. We can talk a little bit about how we can bridge that gap. You're not going to do it today. Okay, this takes a lot of training. But we'll talk a little bit about how we can kind of approach that in our own range. Okay, but let's keep going. We just got to the chorus, and I'm excited to hear what she does.
Endlessly forever, lost between the darkness and the light. Now drown in the swarming black and rising heart of humanity and fight. Tormented by the tethering of souls to phantoms that remain, these specters seem devoid of life.
This factor's seen the voice of life. Okay, so chorus was awesome. I love that she was sipping on Romulan ale. I mean, that's probably not what they meant it to be, but of course, the Trekkie in me, what's up? The Trekkie in me thought of it as Romulan ale. Point is, okay, so let's talk a little bit about her technique. First of all, if you are covering this song or you're singing along to this song, do not beat yourself up, especially if you are a, in the tenor baritone range, if you can't hit all these notes, because she has quite a range on her. But let's talk about it. So obviously in her lower range, she's singing in a chest voice here, right? Now she's got a lot of breath support going on. let's not focus on the obvious. Of course she's got breath support going on. That goes without saying. She is a very well-trained singer. I'm not too sure on her background, but she not only has the breath support underneath, because breath support doesn't solve everything. If I go, hey, hey, na sum pum pum pum, hear that's in my throat, and you can hear that strain, right? When we're belting or, really singing powerfully in any way, we need to have the resonance. Okay, sometimes we're going to want to have it high on the soft palate if we're going for like opera and things. But the majority of the time, we're going to want to have the resonance here in the front, in the mask. Nasality is good. In fact, really, I'm a big believer in that you always want to color your voice with a little nasality. Not necessarily to get a nasal quality, which if you've watched my videos where I talk about high screams, we use that placement for our high screams. Which she did a high scream at the beginning. Super sick. But, when we have that frontal, we can then open it up, slowly lean back on that nasality. Right? You hear that? Easy to get because we've placed the resonance in the right place. So the breath support is good, of course, but you can't really sing like this unless you have an understanding of moving and placing resonance in your head. Belting your mixed voice is going to be really important as well, which let's talk about that in a little bit. Let's keep listening.
But there is something in their eyes. Refuse to see they can't be saved. I pushed you forward from the grave, and their addiction to the drug once and for all. But who am I to be their savior? Slave to time when I am doomed to be changed for
Oh, Lord. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about something else you're gonna need to sing like this. Now, I will say that this, if you've listened to any of my bands, you know that I don't sing a lot like this, with the exception of the song Snow Sleep on our most recent release, which the artwork is right there. That's the vinyl. But you really have to be as relaxed as possible. Actually, being somewhat familiar with her singing, I found an example that I want to show y'all here in a minute. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but you really have to have a solid grasp on relaxing the throat, the laryngeal muscles is especially, because if you strain through this, like let's say you've got the resonance placement, okay? Right? You have that. Great. You've got the breath support. You're breathing in, ribs expanding, diaphragm doing the work through the abdominal muscles, okay? But you're tense here, you ain't gonna last, right? This is a very athletic type of singing. Like, she is a vocal athlete here. And you need that. You need that. A great way to find that, this one exercise isn't going to just magically do it for you, but it can help. What you can do is you can start at a comfortable chest voice note, any note you want, I don't care. E. Crank it up in pitch relaxedly and make it nasal. E. Right? Don't worry about, don't necessarily aim for a pitch. Well, you can if you want, but start here. That's how I warmed up to do the singing in Snow Sleep. Hey, where have you gone? It's getting dark. Right? Something like that. Keep that in mind. You really need 3 pieces for this to work: relaxation, breath support, and resonance placement. sick solo. What an outro! God damn, what an outro. That was so sick. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about her screams. And then I want to show you an example of how relaxed she is, right? So one thing that I love, and they're not the first band to do it, lots of bands have done it, but the layering of metal vocals underneath singing. My favorite example of this is a song by Lantlos called Pulse Surreal. Check it out. Anyway, so she hits those highs, and her highs are fantastic. They're really just a background layer here, but you can hear that they're very good. Now, what I want to show you is that a lot of metal vocalists think that they are doing something completely separate from singing. And in some ways, this is true, okay? However, if we understand pitch placement, if we understand resonance placement, if we understand how we support clean notes, we can then understand how we can support distorted notes. Can you be a metal vocalist with no practice in singing? Sure. But you won't be as good as you could be. Now, I'm not saying that you have to sing like her, or you got to be like the next Pavarotti or whoever, okay? But being able to intonate, hold a pitch, have some decent resonance and power in your chest, head, and mix, that's all you need, right? And that takes some time, but that's really going to make you scream so much better. Here's an example. Remember how we were talking about that nasal? I'm going to find that pitch, and then I'm going to turn it into a scream. You hear that? Ooh, not busting out the mic. Hell yeah. So if we understand our singing voice, we can understand our screaming voice. So that's going to be very important. She clearly, I'm not familiar enough with their music to say, oh, well, maybe she has whole songs where she screams. I couldn't tell you. But it is very clear she understands both. And she has worked at this for a very long time. I would be surprised if she got this in a month. Okay. Now, I want to show you one last thing, and this is super important. This is one of the most overlooked things I see when talking vocals, and I have a separate video we're just going to watch one section of. So for the people who are more interested in vocal techniques, this is where you're going to want to stick around. Her breathing is superb. Listen, I almost don't care how cool your screams are if you breathe like you've always got a question. Like every time you're screaming, you're going, I don't know. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine. Now, she's not going to be screaming here, but listen to how powerful she is. Listen to how powerful she is. Watch her shoulders. Watch her chest. Watch her neck. She's not reaching for anything. She's not blasting anything out. She knows how to maintain her posture. She knows how to use her abdomen, even the lower back muscles, right? She knows how to move the air out purposefully and intentionally, and then pair that movement with proper resonance placement to build a big amplified sound that fills the frickin' room. Check this out.
Tell me the of love, it pushes me hard as rock.
Did you see how between phrases she wasn't going, give me the power of love, do you hear how when I do that, it's automatically setting me up to have to recover and fight through losing control of my posture? One of the things that we as metal vocalists will sometimes do is hear that struggle, and because it sounds kind of cool, think like, oh yeah, I'm doing this right. You're not. And that's the thing about vocals, right? Vocals are many things stacked upon each other. It's not just the sound. It's not just the resonance. It's not just the phonation. It's not just the compression, okay? It's so many things put together. So you really, if you want to go from a really solid home vocalist, which there is literally nothing wrong with that. I am not throwing shade at any of my home vocalists here. If you want to do this type of stuff just as a hobby, freaking more power to you. But if you want to go to like a powerhouse, an extremely good studio and performing vocalist who puts out albums and records, you have to look at each of those things. You can't ignore one because it sounds good. So that's all right. That's the end of my rant there. But good vocals are many things stacked upon each other, and she's got tremendous talent. We'll go ahead. We'll end it there for today. I loved the heck out of that song. That was so much fun. Gets you super hyped, as you can tell. Again, Mark with Cardivox Academy here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found this entertaining. And if you would like to learn from me or get feedback on my vocals or support the channel via Patreon, links are in the description below. But as always, many thanks, much love, I'm out.